everybody, and welcome to Prenatal Core, Prenatal Workout, Cardio and Core. I'm Vicky Warr, and I'm super excited to be taking you today for this live workout for pregnancy, trimesters 2 and trimesters 3. So I've got some great exercises for you today, and I want you to say hello because this is streaming all over the world. So say hello, pop into the chat box, and I will give you a shout out. I also want to know that you can hear me all right and the sound is good because I'm using a special external microphone. All right, so just pop over into that chat box now and say hello. Tell me where you are from before we get started. Oh, right, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So I'm gonna just come into view here. And I'm super excited to give you these exercises today. So we are doing a combination of cardio and core exercises. So we're going to be improving your aerobic fitness, which will help you with the endurance of birth, which can be a long process. All right, and you want to be getting fit for birth. We're also going to be giving you, or I'm also going to be giving you some exercises for your core. So this is really targeting the deep corset-like muscle, I call it, which is your transverse, which wraps around your entire midsection. That's the most important muscle to be strengthening during pregnancy. And that's the one, if you strengthen with the right kind of exercises, it's going to be the one that helps you reduce any risk of back pain, but also help you recover faster after the birth as well. So let's begin first of all with our warm-up. So stand with your feet shoulder width apart and just relax your shoulders and your hands down. You want to just bring your baby in towards you to get some tension across the lower part of your stomach muscles here. And then we're going to bring the shoulders up and round in a really relaxed shoulder roll. I'm going to move my mat a little here. So this is a really exciting time for you. And I remember, I'm obviously not pregnant, but I remember my 2 pregnancies really well. And it's so important that you stay fit and active and you're incorporating daily movements into your life. All right. And the benefits are huge for both yourself, your body, and your baby. All right. Now 2 more shoulder rolls, 1 more. And let's take this to arm circles. So bringing the arms up and back. 4 more, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to take the hands down and just slide the hand down the kind of outside of your leg to reach towards the floor. Soften your knees slightly so they're about 10% softness in the knees. You're not locking your knees. 4 more of these, just reaching down. And this one is warming up the sides of your waist. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Now we're going to take the feet wide into a plie. We're going to take a deep breath in, reach up, and then plie down. Breathing in, reach up, plie down. Now this one opens out your hips, helps strengthen your hips as well, which is super important. All right, because that helps with your posture and with your body's alignment. During pregnancy, your posture changes, and there's somewhat a kind of strain in the very small muscles that surround your spine. So it's important to always be mindful of a posture and be working to correct alignment. 2 more, so take a deep breath in. 1 more. Now we're going to stay down in this plie. We're just going to pulse here, keeping the knees turned out. And just relax your tailbone, which is the base of your spine, down. Shoulders again relaxed. Lift your chest. Look straight ahead. Keep the body weight into the heels of your feet. Taking deep breath in, deep breath out. And I'm also going to guide you on the breath today during the exercises too. Good, 1 more pulse. Good, and then we're going to come up halfway and we're going to rotate the pelvis around in one direction. And then we're going to come back the other way. 2 more. 1 more. And then we're going to take the feet straight. And we're just going to take a slight lateral lunge to the right, come up to the center, lateral lunge to the left. Now, with these wide movements, it is okay to take wide movements. Just got to be mindful of any pelvic pain that you might be experiencing or any symphysis, pubis dysfunction as well. All right, and that's when you then want to reduce the range of movement. Just make sure, obviously, that before you have begun this workout, that you have your GP or doctor's clearance to exercise and there's no complications with your pregnancy. Okay, one more. Lovely, and then let's just walk the feet in. All right, and just shake it all out. All right, so we have a combination of cardio and core exercises. We're going to start with a cardio exercise and then follow that up with a core exercise, get my words out, and then complete and then continue to alternate between cardio and core exercises. All right, so we're going to start with one of my favorites. We're going to step forward with the right foot, take the left foot back and lift the arms up. I'm going to gently bring the knee up towards the chest. Now, when we lift the knee, it really helps engage the deep core muscle. So you want to breathe out as you bring your knee towards your chest, and then in as you take that foot behind you. Now, you can either stay with this pace, or if you need to take it a little slower, all right, just take it a little slower. We're going to stay on this same leg, doing all these knee lifts on the same leg first of all before we switch. Now, with your arms, really pull your arms down towards your hips. All right, and that helps, again, kind of just increase the challenge. Got 4 more, 3, 2, 1 more, excellent, and then release. All right, now in the middle here, we're going to take a squat down and up. And I'm going to add these kind of more cardio-like squats. So the fairly fast-paced squats. And what I want you to do is just really concentrate on the breath. So breathing out as you're coming up out the squat, breathing in as you lower. For more. And then lifting up the pelvic floor muscle, which is a diamond-shaped muscle supporting your bladder internally. And it's really important that you are aware that that's all part of your core as well. 2 more. 1 more. Good. And then let's switch to the other side. So we're bringing the knee up towards the chest. The left foot is forward this time, bringing the right knee up towards the chest. Now let's pump the arms this time. So we've got a kind of running style movement going on. And again, you can go a little slower, all right, to make the option easier or to go for an easier option. Otherwise, take the knee up and increase your pace. 8 more. 6, 5, 4 more. 3, 2, 1 more, and rest it back down. Excellent. Okay, so we're now coming down to the floor for the core exercise. Now, when you come down to the floor, come down, obviously safely. Come onto your knees, rest on your hip, and then roll over onto your glutes, your bottom. All right, now from here, we're going to rest on our hands. All right, so we're in a comfortable position for pregnancy rather than lying onto our backs for too long. And then we're going to lift one heel off the floor, 1 foot off the floor, flex the foot, and then breathing out, slide the leg away, breathing in, bring it towards your chest. Now, self-select the range of movement that you have, just depending on the size of your baby bump. So if you are trimester 3, all right, and your baby bump is larger, then you probably just want to bring your knee not quite as close in. All right, but if your bump is less prominent, then you can bring your knee closer towards your chest. This one's also great for toning the hips, and the breathing is so important. So you're breathing out as you extend the leg, breathing in as you bring your knee towards your chest. 2 more. 1 more. And then place the foot on the floor, lift the other foot up, flex the foot, and then breathing out, slide the leg away. Lift your chest, take your shoulders back. And I always like to cue my pregnant community, my pregnant clients, on just watching for any doming or any pointedness of the abdominal or the abdomen here. All right, so you always want to be focusing on that breath. So breathing out, breathing in. 4 more. 2 more. 1 more. And place the foot onto the floor. Now let's roll over onto our knees. Roll over. So we're onto our hands and knees here. Step forward with one foot, and then lifting the body up, come up to standing. And I like to cue my pregnant clients on that, because it just brings you up off the floor comfortably as well, without placing any risk of injury. All right, exercise number 3, all right, I love this one, is the knee coming out to the side. So we're going to work the sides of the waist as well. So taking the arms above the head, we're going to bring the right knee up towards your shoulder, and then bring the elbow to the outside of the knee and do a slight turn of the abdominals, or a slight turn of the waist. And you're breathing out as you lift the knee, breathing in as you lower. Actually reaching up with the arms towards the ceiling. So I want you to let me know how you're doing. All right, in the chat box, tell me if this is your favorite exercise. We won't know yet anyway, because we haven't done all the exercises, but this is my favorite exercise. So at the end of the workout, I'll want to know which one yours has been. All right, so 4 more. 3, 2, 1 more. Good, and then let's change over. Bringing the other knee up towards the shoulder here, and the elbow down towards the outside of the leg. And just tapping the foot back on to the floor. So you've got that slight bend in the waist. Four more. Well done. 3, stay with me. 2 more. 1 more. And rest. Lovely. Now we're coming back down to the floor. So we'll come down onto one knee. And rest onto our hands and our knees here. So the knees are directly underneath your hips. And spread the fingers. From here, we're going to just slide the foot along the floor. And the opposite arm up. And then we're going to bringing the knee to the hand and bringing this hand towards the shoulder. And then extending. Extend. So we're reaching. Now, if you want to make this more challenging, perhaps in trimester 2, then just lift the foot off the floor, okay, and extend the leg straight behind you, but always making sure that you're staying centered of your mat. 2 more. 1 more. And then place the hand and the knee back onto the floor. So just rotating the elbows out. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So sliding the foot, extending the arm, sliding the foot. And then if you want to make it more challenging, extending the leg behind you and reaching the arm. Now again, avoid tilting to one side. Stay really strong in your center. This particular exercise I really like, because it really improves the postural muscles, right? The muscles around your spine, multifidus muscle. Multifidus muscle. It's a tricky one to pronounce. All right, and then also again our transverse and our pelvic floor. So we have 2 more. 1 up to standing. So we have the next cardio exercises, the skaters. So we're going to bring the hips, face the hips forwards, and then step behind with one foot, and then just stepping into the center and stepping behind. Now, this one, I'm going to bring the arms forward and back at the same time, elbows bent at 90 degrees, and you can choose to make it faster, or you can choose just to go a little slower with your pace. All right, So we're stepping behind, just tapping the ball of the foot. But what's really important here is to keep your hips facing forward. All right, stick with me. And we're also raising those endorphins. If you've heard of endorphins, these are the hormones which are labeled the happy hormones to lift your mood. All right, which is always great when we have those off days during pregnancy. All right, or if you've had any particular issues with cravings or with any nausea on the opposite scale. And actually, remember, the exercise helps with nausea because it helps stimulate the blood flow and circulate the blood flow around your muscles in your body. All right, and that helps ease nausea. It's just sometimes we don't feel like doing the exercise, right? So always remind yourself of the benefits and do it. All right, keep it going. So stick that foot behind. Bring the arms forwards and back. 4 more. 3, 2, last one, and rest. Excellent. So now we're coming down to the floor for the hinge back. So that you're not excessively arching your lower back. Bring your arms in front here, relax your shoulders, and then hinging back from the knees, bringing the big toe together, relaxing your shoulders, and then bringing your body back up. So you want to breathe out here and imagine you're zipping up a jacket, and then breathe in, coming forward. Breathing out, and then breathing in. So you're not arching, so I don't want to see any of this. All right, and also you want to avoid sticking your bottom backwards, okay? So keep your hips in line, pubic bone here in line with your pelvis. Just imagine you have kind of lights on here and you're shining them forward, all right, rather than them tilting up or down. This one is also a front thigh stretch. If you can feel that, also helps strengthen and stretch the front of the thighs. So breathing out. Again, always mindful of the breathing in during pregnancy exercise. 2 more. 1 more. And release. Step forward with one leg. Place your hands onto the thigh. Bring your baby in to stabilize. Come up to standing. Okay, so for the next exercise, we're going to take a 1, 2, 3 knee lift. Okay, so we're getting into a rhythm here of 1, 2, 3 and a knee. Now you can choose to go a little faster, or you can just keep the pace steady. All right, just depends on where you are with your pregnancy and your fitness. And again, we're going to pump the arms. 1, 2, 3, and a knee. And a slight turn to the side. Again, we're not turning too far. All right, but again, it will help strengthen and tone the size of your waist, the obliques. Now you bring your knee up to a comfortable position for you and your baby bump. And it's 1, 2, 3. I'm filming this in my little studio outside, and you can probably hear some of the traffic go past. So it can be a little loud, but we are live, and my microphone doesn't block out that external noise. So if you can hear some humming, it's the traffic. All right, stick with me. Got a couple of exercises after this one, which you're going to love. All right, and then you'll have a great home workout to practice. All right, in between times that we may meet again. Okay, 4 more. 3, 2 more. 1 more, and rest. Excellent. Now we're coming back down to the floor. So coming onto one knee and then onto the other knee, big toes together. Bring the arms forwards. If you remember the previous exercise that we just did, the hinge back, we're doing the same thing but with a slight rotation. So we're going to bring the hands down towards the hips and then bring the arms up. Hands down towards the hips, bring the arms up as you hinge back. Now the same thing with the breathing. Breathing out as you hinge back, breathing in as you come up. During pregnancy, again, it's okay to rotate slightly to the side. All right, because in everyday life you are turning around, placing something behind you, or placing something onto a table or a chair. Or if you have other children, perhaps you're putting a toddler into the back of your car. So you are, in everyday life doing movements that require some rotation and some turning. So what we do with these strength and body weight exercises that I'm showing you today is to mimic some of those daily movements so that your muscles can be strong to perform them pain-free. And also aesthetics, this helps tone the side of your waist. So rotating, and remember to breathe out. That's so important, okay? Makes the exercise far more effective. 2 more. 1 more. And rest. Excellent. So we're coming back up to standing, stepping forward with 1 foot, hands onto the thigh, tuck the back toe under, lift the body up, and then just taking a quick rest here if you need to. We're now going to go to the side steps. All right, so starting with the feet close together, or slightly wide, or your feet slightly turned out if it makes it more comfortable. Okay, we're going to take 2 steps to the right and then 2 steps to the left with a little small hop in between. Okay, now you can take a tap too. And if you want to make it more challenging, you can take it to a small kick with a slight lean. Now I like to place my hands onto my hips. And that just helps sometimes with the balance and the stability. All right, so remember, you can stay with that tap. Or you can choose to bring the arms to the side, to ballet style. And you can just bring the arms up towards the kick, reaching, keeping those arms strong. Again, as soon as you add some arm movement, it's making it more challenging. 4 more. 1 more. And rest. Excellent. And our last core exercise, we're going to come down to the floor. My bad. Get my words out tonight or today. All right, so we're coming down to the floor, bringing your hips onto the floor, resting on your glutes, bringing your feet just right here, and resting onto your hands. So this one is a version of the bridge for pregnancy. So you're going to squeeze your glutes together and then lift the hips up, shoulders back, engaging the core, looking straight ahead, and then lower gradually to the floor, but keep the glutes off the floor. And then lift, squeeze, breathing out and lower. Keeping the feet flat onto the floor. Now, if you want to make this more challenging, we're going to bring the foot off the floor and alternate. Now, this works also the muscles of your glutes, as well as the deep transverse muscle, the corset muscle. So it has that multifunction here. Well done. All right, got 8 more of these. Squeeze those glutes to lift those hips. You can do this. Remember, keep your feet on the floor if you wish to go for the easier version. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. 1 more. Squeeze those glutes and lower. And take your bottom back down to the floor. Walk the feet out. Create some space for your baby bump here, just opening out the knees. And well done. So I want to know which exercise you like best. So pop over into that chat and let me know. Mine, as I said before, was the second exercise. The core one was the bird dog. We're on the hands and our knees and we extend the opposite arm. And I also love the knee repeaters too. All right, so from here, we're just going to round off the back. Try and form a kind of C shape, a curve in your lower back here. And then lift the chest. Breathing out as you curve off the back. Breathing in as you lift the chest. Two more. One more. And rest. And we'll roll over onto our side and rest on our forearm and just take the hand over the foot. And then with your knees bent, just bring the top leg back so that you can feel a stretch in the front of the thigh. And then release. And we'll switch sides. So just coming up, bringing the legs around in front, and taking the hand over the foot, and then stretching through the front thigh. I can hear children close by playing, so hopefully you found some time and some space to yourself to follow me with this workout, because it's important and to find that time and that space for you to exercise. All right, so try and block that time out into your diary. And release. And then coming on to our hands and our knees. Taking your knees about hip width apart, spreading the fingers. And then just look up. Keep your back flat. And then dropping the crown of the head down. Round off through your spine. And then lift the head. Breathe in. And then breathing out. Dropping the crown of the head down. Relaxing your shoulders. Drawing up your core. And then taking the big toes together, sitting the bottom back into the heels of the feet. Spread the hands, spread the fingers, take the forehead down to the floor. And then this one is so lovely. It's the child's pose. So you're relaxing your shoulders, taking your shoulders away from your ears, really lengthening through your spine, and just breathing in and breathing out here. Two more breaths. And then gradually lifting the head and forehead, walking the hands back towards your knees. Coming on to your hips. And I'm going to finish with my kind of signature umbrella breathing, which is so magical for pregnancy and really helps you strengthen your diaphragm muscle, which is your breathing muscle. And people often don't realize the importance of the breath, but this will help actually improve your energy, but also help calm you down and help relieve any feelings of anxiety that you may be experiencing. So we're going to place our hands on the upper part of our ribs here. Keep your shoulders down and relax, and take a deep breath in through your nose. And we're going to breathe in for 5 counts. Then we're going to just hold the breath for a couple of seconds. And then breathe out for 7 counts. Take a deep breath in for 5 through the nose. Now really expand those ribs. And then breathing out, let everything go. And feel those ribs relax. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. And then take a deep breath out. Letting everything go. One more breath. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Expand right here through the rib cage. Getting some oxygen inside your body and also helping with the baby. And then breathing out. Letting everything go. So thank you so much for joining me today for this prenatal workout, cardio and core. I'd love to know what you thought. So pop over into the chat box and let me know if you've been watching tonight. Say hello, let me know where you're from. All right, and it's been so good to take you. And remember, if you want more prenatal workouts, to check the link below this video and come join my online pregnancy and postnatal community, which is free. There's also an option for you to become a member, which is paid on the studio. But you know what? You can just hang out in the community for free. And that's where we really gather together and we share experiences and insights during each phase of motherhood, pregnancy, postnatal, and just beyond. So bumpandbeyond.club, and I'll share that link in the description of this video below. And I'll see you next time.